50 or even 100 years ago, maybe people didn't talk much about environmental issues, but now it gets very interesting. Almost all levels of society, such as academics, business owners, NGOs, local communities, government, youth, parents, and others, or maybe you, raise environmental issues and trying to find solutions. In the digital platform, like social media, a lot of awareness about the environment is discussed. For example, climate change, global warming, solid waste management, wildlife hunting, conservation of mangrove and coral reefs, and many other problems were discussed as if they were endless. Now my question is, what can we actually do? As someone who lives in the largest archipelagic country in the world, which is more than 17,000 islands, of course, I have the privilege to be closer to the ocean and get to know it. I'm trying to explore the environment and the sea and how everything is interconnected with our activities. Even though I live in an urban area or a bit far from the sea, I live in Jakarta, I found that 80% of the garbage that pollutes the ocean comes from land. Imagine 80%, and that's very sad, that's the majority. That is, the ones who can control the sustainability of the sea or our ocean are those of us who live on land. When it comes to upstream to downstream, the first thing that must be repaired is actually upstream. Because at least every 20 minutes, about 10 tons of plastic waste is dumped in Indonesian waters. This fact ultimately underlies Nadine and me establishing the Sea Soldier Foundation in 2015 as a form of my initiative and how I take my role. On several occasions, like seminars, I am often asked questions like, hey, what is the actual condition of our oceans today? The parameter actually that is of our seas are healthy, then they will preserve human life, right? That's the ideal. Humans have done too much pollution, that's the fact. Garbage that ends up in the ocean due to our careless disposal is not that easy to decompose. For example, styrofoam or plastic. In the ocean there, plastic waste mixed with seawater and over time turns into small pieces called microplastic. The split is around 5 millimeters. The smaller from microplastic are called nanoplastics. It's very small. These microplastic particles are eaten by marine animals, marine biota, including fish, which fishers catch, and are finally served on our dining table. It's simply put, what we throw away, it doesn't really disappear. Instead, it turns back to us and threatens our health. According to many studies, the chemicals contained in microplastics interfere with the hormonal systems in the body. How scary! And like Justin Timberlake says, what goes around comes back around. Now, in addition to the waste problem, we hear the term carbon footprint. Scientifically, the explanation of the carbon footprint has been widely disclosed. The carbon footprint, scientists say, must be reduced by 80% by 2050 to avoid a temperature rise of more than 2 degrees Celsius. Now I will try to simplify it. A carbon footprint is an emission consisting of carbon dioxide and methane produced by our daily activities. For example, energy use in your transportation, in my transportation, food, Technologies such as air conditioning, telephones, computers, and all makes a carbon footprint. Of course, the more carbon produced and accumulated, the more it will be released and gathered in the air or in the atmosphere. Naturally, at this time, the atmosphere's capacity can no longer accommodate and reduce these carbon emissions. As a result, it is not surprising that the Earth is getting hotter. The effect is also a gain to the ocean. The carbon footprint makes the seawater temperature rise and the water becomes more acidic. What will happen if this keeps happening and we don't take part, we don't take action? The marine ecosystem will be in chaos. When the marine ecosystem is disrupted, the food chain is destroyed, and the animals in it, everything in it, such as sharks, whales, dolphins, or coral reefs, when their ecosystem is disturbed, the biggest threat is extinction. The effect on humans, just don't ask. 54% of animal protein supply comes from fish and seafood. Extinction? I hope that doesn't happen. Then what can we do? The one and only answer is action. Well, it is terrific to start by reading and understanding all environment education and awareness in the internet world, in your school or wherever. But the next urgency is action. Realize your capacity and make lifestyle changes in very simple ways. Let's analyze yourself. Activities from waking up in the morning until going back to sleep at night. For example, what I do, I already throw garbage in the right place, of course. And I'm trying as much as possible to sort waste. Sorting waste is really important, so it doesn't mix and become wasted in the landfill, just stay there and produce more carbon footprint. I reduce the use of single-use plastic like water bottle, spoons, straws, plates. I choose to walk if possible. I turn off the electric goods when not in use. I plant trees and choose environmentally friendly and sustainable products. Remember, every single action matters. Besides that, let's keep exploring the things that we like, because they say people will protect whatever they love. I love ocean. That's why I really want to protect the ocean, our ocean, my ocean. Join a community that is aligned and can have a positive impact on our lives and the environment. Share these things on social media so that more people make changes. At Sea Soldier, we grow the mindset that self-action is very important. In addition to running and developing conservation programs in the community, each Sea Soldier member must have self-commitment to continue to take environmentally friendly actions. Over time, we live this environmentally friendly lifestyle without coercion and become a habit. The Sea Soldier Foundation has been operating in 15 cities across Indonesia and carries out various environmental conservation activities. Its passion, our passion, is implied in our philosophy of our bracelet colors. Blue symbolizes the ocean, red and white for the Indonesian flag, break for cooperation, without it we're nothing, and gold for victory. Changes for a healthy environment and ocean will not gonna happen if you don't start with yourself. So, start with yourself right now. If you care, don't just stare. Thank you.